Hey everyone, Rebby Goebel here with the St. Louis Parent Advisory Council, and I have your December updates for you. So in the month of December, we had two presentations during our meeting. The Special Education Foundation came and presented to the PAC, and it was really interesting because I actually didn't know much about the Special Education Foundation, but what they do is they provide support for special education students. So whether that be families who need access to, let's say, a specific tool that a child is using. It's being provided by the school, but that means it has to stay at school, so the child doesn't have access to that communication device on the evenings or on the weekends or over breaks. The Special Education Foundation can provide grants for that kind of support to get a child that device to keep at home. They also have several scholarships that are coming up. I believe it's 7 $5,000 scholarships that they're providing. So I will make sure in the notes below to link to their website, which has all the information about those great scholarships in case any of your kids are college bound. They also provide teacher grants within the schools and the classrooms. So if a teacher wants to do something that's above and beyond what the school district or special school district is providing, they can apply for grants. And really some best practices have come out of these grants. So it's a really great opportunity. Encourage your teachers to apply if you think they have an idea. Then Dr. Don Bohannon gave us an update on the equity strategy that's within the CSIP plan, which is the Strategic Comprehensive School Improvement Plan. There we go, Comprehensive School Improvement Plan. All of the different sectors are listed in the meeting minutes, so I'm not going to read through all of them, but he did touch on how they are revising the caseload for both teachers and area coordinators, and looking at the fact that it's not just a one student to one teacher kind of a caseload, that there's many different factors that go into how much time a teacher has to spend with a particular child. And so they're developing brand new algorithms on how to equitably spread out the caseload so that you don't have some teachers who are completely slammed and others who have a comparatively light caseload. Also went into the area coordinator principal relationship update. This is a program where they're trying to formalize a communication process to make sure that ACs and principals are having open and constructive dialogues. In some of the school districts, there's a lot of turnover where between a new area coordinator or a new principal, there might be somebody new in that equation every single year over the last 5 years in some of the high turnover districts. So looking at how SSD can try and slow that churn on their side to try and provide some stability for the special education children in those districts, and just bring some continuity to those relationships. Also spoke quite a bit about the develop teacher development program, I think is what they're going to call it, where they are incentivizing paraeducators and current paraeducators and current teaching assistants to go back to school and get their teaching certificate to become a special education teacher. There's a nationwide shortage in special education teachers. So this is a way for SSD to pick some of their best and brightest in the paraeducator and teacher assistant ranks to help them grow into full teachers. So lots of exciting work. It's the first of its kind in the country. So we're excited to see how that rolls out. I think the board is going to be voting on the money that's needed to fund the program, and it will be rolling out here in the spring. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. And then he went through the other sections on that CSIP plan, or in the equity section of the CSIP plan. Then he also went on to giving his superintendent's report And there's going to be 2 Board of Education vacancies on the Special Education Board of Education. So if you're interested in that, the districts are Parkway and Ferguson Florissant, Riverview Gardens, and Pattonville. So if you are interested in more information, shoot the PAC an email and we can get you in contact with the right people to apply for those Board of Education positions. Then our committee reports, we talked about how I spoke at the meeting with all 22 superintendents and asked for their help in outreach and communication. So if this is the first time you're seeing it, then they listened and this is great. If this is the first time you're seeing this video, I mean, because this is a way that we want to reach out and communicate to school districts who don't have representation on our Parent Advisory Council. And really just, even if there is a member on our Parent Advisory Council, this is a way for those parents to reach out and get information out to a wider audience. So we are going to be focusing on the bigger school districts for a concentrated outreach for the next couple of months. And then kind of a tiered approach where we're looking at the places where we have the most number of families who have special education kids. And then we'll be doing heavy outreach with them, and then some letters and a lower level of outreach to the other school districts for this year. We can't boil the ocean all at once, so we're looking at targeting the biggest 5 school districts for the winter semester of 2019, and then next year tackling the rest of the school districts that we don't have representation from. So more information to come on that as well. Our parent education department let us know that the new Parent Connect newsletter with all the information on the upcoming workshops will be coming out here soon. There's also going to be a parent information night for the Parent Leadership Institute and this new parent mentor program that they're, I guess it's not new, they're resurrecting it, but it hasn't been there, it hasn't been active for a while. So that will be coming in April, I believe. I will make sure that you have the exact date as we go forward. And on the legislative front, things are pretty quiet because they haven't been in session, but we expect things to heat back up as they come back into session in January. The only thing that's of concern is the school voucher program, that it has the potential to significantly impact the amount of money that special school district receives, which I think, which is of concern. So going on, we also discussed our future agendas. So our next meeting to start there is January 9th, and we will be hosting a focus group for the new superintendent search. As you may or may not know, Dr. Don Bohannon is retiring at the end of this school year. And so the Board of Education has contracted with a national search firm. And they're going to be holding several focus groups in the community, and then one specifically for us at our next Parent Advisory Council meeting, January 9th, 7 p.m. So please come and make sure that your voice is heard. There's also a link online where you can fill out a survey. I will put that in the show notes and along the little ticker down here as well. So going over the last meetings we have left in the year, in February, we're going to have an update on the overall comprehensive school improvement plan, that CSIP plan that we talked about. In March, we have no meeting. In April, we're going to be talking about the paraeducators and special education teachers or case managers and how we can improve the communication that parents have with both of them, paras and special education teachers. And then in May, we're going to be giving you an update on the partnership agreement, as well as our Parent Advisory Council membership update. We, at the beginning of the year, if you remember, we set out our priority list. And so with these, that means that will have covered all of the top 8 of our priorities with the exception of transitions. So 7 out of the top 8 topics we will have covered during our meetings, which I'm really excited about. And we'll be tackling the rest of them next year. So if you have any questions, you can always email us at the PAC email that is going to be put below. I will try and include everything in the YouTube notes as well as link to it all on our website. I will put the website here so that you can get to it easily. And we really hope to see you at one of our upcoming meetings. We're trying really hard to drive value into the meetings. We've been getting some really good feedback that the meetings are running on time, on schedule. We're sticking to the agenda. We're making sure that you guys are getting the information that you really want. So we need your voice in the room though. So please consider coming and joining us. Again, our next meeting is January 9th at 7 p.m. We end by 8:30 and get you on back to your families and on with the rest of your week. So I hope to see you there. Have a happy new year, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.